Friends, this is Frederick Henry. I hope this will be a short podcast, because sometimes I say they're going to be short, but they're not. And number one, I want to thank you, my listeners. I'm amazed at how many thousands of people listening to this broadcast. I'm absolutely startled. And if you can share it with it, and we can make it tens of thousands and even millions, if you think it's worthwhile, then please do share it. Tell other people about it. However you can, and like it. If you have a like button on your piece of this, whether it's Applecast or the various and sundry, we're on 12 different podcast platforms, so it's kind of awesome, including iHeartRadio. Quite amazing with iHeartRadio podcasting. So today I just like to make a note about the law of unintended consequences. It's a very simple thing. You think you're doing A, but the consequence is B, and the subsequent consequences are C and D and E. And oftentimes, the C and D and E and F consequences, roll-down theory, mean that the ripple effect or the consequence of your action, as good as it was, as altruistic as it was, as dignified as it was, as ethical as it was, resulted in a negative effect. Or it may be even a positive effect. But the point is that just because you act, it's like throwing a pebble in a pond. If you throw a pebble in a pond, it produces a ripple. And the ripple effect travels. No matter what you can do about it, it travels all by itself. And so we have Black Lives Matters, which I believe was taken over by Antifa. And the ripple effect is that we have the culture erasing programs of today. We have good people in corporate America who believed that the word black was the key word, and they were black lives, and they were contributing corporate money, your money and my money, investor money, stockholders' money, profits of the corporation, which they really had no right to do, but they contributed to Black Lives Matters, which they had not bothered to note had turned into a terrorist organization that intended to destroy them and destroy their corporations and to create socialism and to turn America into a socialist state of poverty-stricken, begging, government-dependent persons. These things are... Today, we need to pay attention, my dear friends. We need to pay attention to the facts, to details, to data. Not just the hype of CNN or MSNBC or such stupid shows as Scarborough Police. These people are absolutely disgraceful. They don't respect you. They don't respect themselves as disgraceful. However, the point is, there is a law, and it's an axiomatic law. It's true. For every action, there is an equal but opposite reaction, and also for every action, there are many, many unintended, unwanted, unforeseen consequences. So before you act, before you do something, before you contribute, before you go off on Twitter or Facebook or whatever, consider, my friends, consider, reflect, stop, take the time, pay attention, focus yourself onto what you're doing. And this is the point of this whole entire podcast, to encourage you to do that. I think Republicans, I think conservatives, I think American citizens, I think citizen voters need to react to Antifa, need to react to Black Lives Matters, and to say no, we will not, and to cultural change. We will not destroy our culture. We will not destroy our religion. We will not destroy our government. We will not destroy our society. We will not destroy our economy. But we have to be considerate, not just name-calling and all kinds of, you're a jackass and all that kind of stuff. Forget that. Forget that. You're stupid. Forget that. Reasoned, focused, cogent, well-thought-out opposition. And then, I know that sounds weak, but based upon that, then fight. Recently, I wrote a series of tweets about the Republican Party who had tweeted out to me that, well, the Democrats have locked us out of committee meetings. The Democrats don't let us into committee meetings. The Democrats hold secret meetings, and we're so upset. Forget that, Republicans. Put on your big boy pants. Get out there and fight. Invade the hearing room. Invade the secret room. Burst through the doors. Forget the Capitol Police. Let them arrest you. Let the Capitol Police arrest the Republicans. Get out there, Jim Jordan. Get out there, Nunes. Fight. and do not let them lock you out. What the heck is that? Knock down the door. Get a battering ram. Bang down the door. Do something. Americans are regarding Republicans as wusses, as sissies, as whiners, as hand-wringers, as complainers. We don't want that. You're not really that way, but you're just so polite. The politeness is not appropriate. Forget the politeness. Fight, fight, fight. Fight Schiff. Fight Nadler. Fight Pelosi. Get out there, swinging fists, using bats. Get in there and do not let them. Because we, the people, can't do it for you. But if you don't do it, then, we're powerless. We have nothing. We have nothing. So unless the Republicans get out there and struggle and fight and really get in there, break down the doors, knock down the doors, burst past the Capitol, get arrested, put into the House prisons. There are House prisons. There are prisons in the House of Representatives. And get put in a prison. Go ahead. Who cares? Fight. If you believe in your freedom, if you believe that we, the people, elected you, Jim Jordan, Nunes, and the others, get out there and struggle and fight and make it happen because we're looking to you. And if you don't do it, we're going to be completely disheartened and we're going to give up because that's the consequence of your inaction. Don't be polite. We don't want you to be polite. Struggle, fight, and against Ilhan Omar, against AOC. Do it. Do it. Don't apologize. I didn't mean to talk to you that way. I was very strong-minded. I did blah, blah, blah. Forget that crap. Get in there and struggle for the American people. Struggle for our freedom. Be bold. Be what we asked you to be. We didn't ask you to be wusses. We didn't ask you to be whiners. We didn't ask you to be weak. We didn't ask you to be sissies. We asked you to represent us, the American people, and you better do it because we're not happy. We're not happy, Jim Jordan and the rest of you. We're not happy at all. We were betrayed by Paul Ryan. We were betrayed by what's his name? Oh, I don't even remember his name. Senator, he ran for president. What the heck is his name? I don't care about his name. He disgraced me. He said Judas. I don't want to even talk about him. Romney the traitor. Mitt Romney, the wuss. Mitt Romney, the underminer of American society and the attacker of the president when he should be attacking Obama. He wasn't defeated by Trump. He was defeated by Obama. But no, Romney is a false. Romney is fake. Romney's a phony. Get real, people. Get real. Schumer, the resistance. Resistance to what? Resistance to 63 million people who legally voted at voting booths, got off their butts and went to the voting booths, cast their ballots, and voted for the President of the United States. And Schumer says, we resist. Resist what? Resist America? Resist freedom? Resist voting? Resist our constitutional right to express ourselves? And to resist the government that we elected to be the government? Forget that, Schumer. You're impeached. Get rid of that crap. We don't need it. Okay, a little bit strong language here. I apologize. But I really feel that we better get out there and speak up, people, because if we don't, we're going to be doomed, and we're going to be enslaved, and we're going to rue the day. We're going to regret the day. We're going to be sorry for the day that we didn't pay attention, and we just lived on our beautiful patios under the blue sky and the beautiful clouds of Kentucky or New Jersey or Iowa or South Dakota or California, wherever it was, or we fled to someplace else. I see a lot of cars coming to Kentucky. People fleeing California. People fleeing New York. People fleeing New Jersey, but they're bringing their values with them. They're bringing New Jersey values and New York values and California values. And you know what? They're not Kentucky values. We don't want you. Go someplace else. Okay, that's how I feel. This is my own podcast. This is my own opinion. I pay for the broadcasting of this, and I'm not ashamed to say that. And so I want to thank you for listening. You are bold and brave. If you have a like button, like it. If you have a dislike button, dislike it. If you have something to say, go to The Frederick Henry Show. I know it's long. The Frederick, F-R-E-D-E-R-I-C-K, The Frederick Henry, H-E-N-R-Y, The Frederick Henry Show.com at WordPress. Or the Frederick Henry Show at WordPress.com. Do it and make your comments known. Send me a nasty letter. Call me all kinds of names. I don't care. But we better do something, folks, because if we don't, we're going to go down the tubes. That's the consequence, unintended as it might be, of our inaction. So this is Frederick Henry. I want to thank you for listening to the Frederick Henry Show, and God bless you, and God bless America.